Good day, everybody. I welcome you once again to this class. This is a Neco preparatory class. The subject is further mathematics, and we'll be running through about 10 to 12 theory questions. Now look at number 1. It says find the equation of a circle whose center is 4 and minus 5 and passes through minus 3 and 2. Now let's quickly sketch the circle. If you have the circle, there's a circle here. Now this is the center. The coordinate of the center is 4 and minus 5, and they say it passes through this point. It passes through minus 3 and 2. Minus 3 and 2. The equation of a circle is given by the formula x minus a square plus y minus b square is equal to r squared. Now where a and b are the center, a and b, a here and b here represent the center. That's 4 and minus 5. Now our x and y are constant. Now the radius, r represents the radius, but we don't know the radius here. The radius is distance from this line to, from this point, from the center to this point. So the distance, the radius is basically this line. So to get the radius, we have to use distance formula to get the radius. Now distance formula is distance, which is our radius. The formula is square root of y2, square root of y2, root y squared there, y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared. We have our x1, this is our x1, this is our y1, this is our x2, and this is our y2. So our radius, which is also the distance, it doubles as the distance, is equal to y2 is 2 minus y1 is minus 5 squared plus x2, our x2 is minus 3 minus x1 is 4, then squared. So that becomes root. Minus times minus is plus, so we have 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7, so we have 7 square here, plus minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7, and minus 7 square, okay, let's just, we have minus 7 square there, so this becomes 7 square is 49 plus minus 7 square is also 49, so that gives us root 98. Root 98. Root 98. So let's get our equation. Since we've known our radius, our a, which is 4, our a is 4, that is the center. Our b is minus 5, and our radius is square root of 98. So plugging this into this formula, we have x minus 4 squared plus y minus, our b is minus 5 squared is equal to root 98 squared. That's the radius squared. So if we expand this, we have x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus minus times minus is plus, it becomes plus. So if we expand this, we have y squared plus 10y plus 25 is equal to, the square cancels out the root, so we have 98. So this becomes x squared plus y squared, collecting like terms now, minus 8x plus 10y plus 16 plus 25 minus 98 is equal to 0. So that gives us x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 10y, 16 plus 25 minus 98, that's minus 57. Minus 57 is equal to 0. So this is our equation. This is the equation of the circle. That's the equation of the circle. So to the next question. The next question here says simplify x raised to the power minus 2 over 3 over cube root of x squared divided by 1 over x squared, all raised to the power of minus 3. Let's split this. Let's break it down in this form. So you agree with me that this is the same as x raised to the power of minus 2 over 3 divided by now, according to laws of indices, cube root, if you have something like this, for example, you have something like this, x root a is the same as a raised power 1 over x. If it's x root a, let's say raised power 3, it becomes a raised to power 3 raised to the power of 1 over x. So applying the same law, we have x squared raised to the power of 1 over 3, then this divided by 1 over x squared, or we can change this to x raised to the power of minus 2 or raised to the power of minus 3. Now we have x raised to the power of minus 2 over 3 divided by x raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 1 over 3, that's 2 over 3, divided by x raised to the power of minus 2 or raised to the power of minus 3. Now this is the same as x raised to the power of minus 2 over 3. According to laws of indices, when you have division, it becomes minus 2 over 3. Division again, minus 2 raised to the power of minus 3. That is x raised to the power of minus 2 over 3 minus 2 over 3 plus, because minus times minus is plus 2 over 1 raised to the power of minus 3. That's x raised to the power of, if we take our LCM here, we have 3, that's minus 2 plus 1 into 3 multiplied by 2, that's 6, raised to the power of minus 3. So this becomes x raised to the power of minus 2, that's minus 4 plus 6, that's 2 over 3 raised to the power of minus 3. So 3 cancels out 3, so x is equal to minus 2, so which is equal to 1 over x raised to the power of 2. You get that? Okay, let's move on to the next question. This one says find the angle between x is equal to 2 minus 5g and y is equal to 4i plus 3j. The formula is cos theta is equal to, since it's x and y, x dot y divided by x modulus of x multiplied by the modulus of y. Let's get x dot y first. X dot y, that's 2i minus 5j dot 4i plus 3j. Now when we get the dot product, 2i multiplied by 4i, that's 8, because I times I is 1, but I times j is 0, so we can't say 2i multiplied by 3j because it will give us 0, so no need to do that. So minus 5j times plus 3j, that's minus 15, which is equal to minus 7. So x dot y is equal to minus 7. Now let's get the modulus of x. Modulus of x is square root of 2 squared. The quotient of I is 2, so 2 squared plus the quotient of j is minus 5 squared. That becomes 4 plus minus 5 squared is 25. That's root 29, which is equal to 5 points. That will give us 5 points. Let me check our calculator. 5.39. Then the modulus of y. That'll be root 4 square plus 3 square. That's root 16 plus 9. That's root 25, which is equal to 5. So applying our formula, we have cos theta is equal to our x dot y is minus 7, remember, divided by modulus of x is 5.39 multiplied by modulus of y is 5, so that gives us minus 7 divided by 5.39 times 25, that's 26.95. So cos theta is equal to minus 7 divided by that gives us minus 0.26. So our theta is arc cos minus 0.26. So theta is equal to that will actually give us cos 0.26 will give us 74.93. But since it's negative and cos is negative in the second quadrant, so it becomes 180 minus 74.93. So our theta is 105.07 degrees. So to the next question, number 4, says using the trapezium rule with 7 ordinates at s is equal to 2.0, 2.5, 3.0, 3.54, 4.5, and 5. Estimate the value of that integral there. So this is an approximate integration. So to do that, let's set that our work like this. Let's first get the values of x. We have x here. That is 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and 5. Now here we have let's put 2x there. That's this 2x here, this 2x, then 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3, then 2x plus 3 squared. So here we have 4, 2x is 4, 2 times 2 4, here is 5, here is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2x plus 3, that means whatever we have here, add 3 to it. This 7, this 8, this 9, this 10, this 11, 12, this is 13. Then 2x plus 3 squared. That all what we have here. Let's square it. So here we have 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169. Now the trapezium rule, the formula is, we need to know the formula. The formula is, if you have this b a f of x dx, that will have times the width, then the first plus the last ordinates, the values of the first and the last ordinates, then plus 2, then multiply by the sum of the remaining ordinates. Let's say f2 plus f3 plus f4 plus f5 and say f6. So in this case, our width is this 5, the last ordinate here, 5 minus 2 divided by the number of width, or number of strips rather. So the strips here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 divided by 6, that's 3 divided by 6, that's 0.5. So our width, that's h is 0.5. So our f1 is 49, this is f1, this is f2, f3, f4, f5, f6, then f7, or the value of the last ordinate. So let's add f1 plus fl, that's the first plus the last. That'll be 49 plus 169, that gives us 218. Now the sum of the remaining ordinates, that's f2, f3, f4, f5, and f6. So that will be 64. Okay, f2 plus f3 plus f4 plus f5 plus f6, that's 64 plus 81 plus 100 plus 121 plus 144 plus 169. Sorry, 169 is not inclusive. Since that's the last ordinate, we are not including 169 to 144. That's the remaining ordinate. It gives us 510. So applying our formula here, we have substituting all these values into this formula. We have half times the width. Our width is 0.5 bracket f1 plus fl, that's 218 plus 2 bracket the sum of all this, which is 510. So that gives us 1 over 2 divided by 0.5, that's 0.25 bracket 218 plus 2 times 510, 1020. So that's 0.25 times 200 plus 1020, that's 1238. So that gives us 309.5. So that's our answer. It's called approximate integration. You can't integrate it directly, so you have to use one of the approximate integration methods. And here is trapezium rule. We have a whole lot of rules like that. Here isn't trapezium rule. So that's that. So the next question says, out of 10 males and 8 female staff in a school, a committee is to be set up consisting of 5 men and 3 women. In how many ways can this be done? If any man and any woman may be included, the principal, a male, must be on the committee. If committee is to be formed, that's selection. It's not arrangement, this is selection. So it is combination. So this is not permutation, this is combination. Now look at this. It says out of 10 males and 8 female staff in a school, a committee is to be set up consisting of 5 men and 3 women. In how many ways can this be done? If A, any man and any woman may be included, that means there's no restriction. No restriction. So A, since there's no restriction, A becomes 10 combination, the number of men 5 multiplied by total number of female staff 8 combination, this 3 here. So that becomes 10 factorial over 10 minus 5 factorial times 5 factorial multiplied by 8 factorial over 8 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. So here we have 10 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial over 10 minus 5 is 5 factorial times 5 factorial times 8 minus 3 is 5 factorial, so 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial. So 5 factorial cancels out 5 factorial, 5 factorial cancels out 5 factorial, so we are left with so this becomes 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6. So with our calculator, that gives us 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6. Okay, now divided by 5 factorial, so that gives us 252. Then multiply by 8 times 7 times 6, okay, divided by 3 factorial, that gives us 56. 252 multiplied by 56, that gives us 14112 ways. So this selection can be done in 14,112 ways. Now for the B part of the question, it says the principal, a male, must be on the committee. Must be on the committee. Now you know there are 10 males here, so if a male must be on the committee, that means this will reduce to 9. This, you say it must, so this will reduce to 9, so that will be 9 combination, and we need 5 men. So since we have gotten 1, it remains 4. We've gotten 1 already, so it remains 4. That means combination 4 multiplied by, now there's no restriction on women, it's only on men. No restriction on female, the female staff, only on the male staff. so it remains the way it is. It remains 8 combination 3. So this becomes 9 factorial divided by 9 minus 4 factorial times 4 factorial multiplied by 8 factorial divided by 8 minus 3 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial. So that's 9 factorial divided by 5 factorial times 4 factorial times 8 factorial divided by 5 factorial times 3 factorial. So this becomes 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial times 4 factorial times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial. So 5 factorial cancels out 5 factorial, 5 factorial cancels out 5 factorial. So with 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 divided by 4 factorial, that gives us 126 multiplied by, I think we've done this before, so this is 56. This is it here, 56. So when we multiply this, we have 7056, 7056 ways. Number 6, the table below shows the distribution of marks obtained by 100 candidates in an exam. Calculate correct with 3 significant figures the standard deviation of the distribution. Standard deviation, the formula is square root of summation f x minus x bar squared divided by summation f. So we use this formula to create a table. So our table we need marks, we need class mark or midpoint, we need a frequency f, we need fx, we need x minus x bar, that's our deviation, we need our deviation x minus x bar, we need x minus x bar. You know the formula is the formula used to create your table. There's x minus x bar, there's x minus x bar squared, then f multiplied by x minus x bar squared, x bar then squared. So 1 to 10, 11 to 20 to 31 to 50. Okay, we are stopping at 50. So 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, then 41 to 50. Okay, that's good. Now frequency 9, 49, 32, 9, 49, 32, 8, 2. We have 8 here and we have 2. And everything here is 100. Summation f is equal to 100. Okay, let's get our class mark. The class mark is, you add these two intervals, 1 plus 10 divided by 2, that's 11 divided by 2, that's 5.5. This is 15.5, 25.5, 35.5, then 45, 45.5, 45.5. Now for our fx, 9 times 5.5, that's fx, frequency times our class mark. 9 times 5.5 is 49.5. 49 times 15.5, 1249.5. 32 times 25.5 gives us 816. 8 times 35.5 is 284. 2 times 45.5 is 91. I always sum up all this, summation fx, this plus 816, that's 284 plus 91. That gives us 24 90. Now for our deviation, now we can't get our deviation without the mean. You see this symbol stands for the mean. This X bar here, it stands for the mean. So to get the mean, there's a formula for that. X bar is summation fx divided by summation f. That's 2490 divided by 100, which is equal to 24.9. Now we'll be subtracting this. The values of our x, we'll be subtracting it from 24.9. So 5.5 minus 24.9, that's minus 19.4. But you're not writing the minus. Take note, you're not writing the minus. So this becomes 19.4. 15.5 minus 24.9, 9.4. 25.5 minus that gives us 0.6. 35.5 minus 24.9, that's 10.6. Then 45.5 minus 24.9, 20.6. Now when we square this, we have 19.4 squared is 376.36. Sorry, 9.4 squared is 88.36. 0.6 squared is 0.36. 10.6 squared 112.36. 20.6 squared 424.36. Now f multiplied by whatever we have here, that's the frequency. I'm multiplying the frequency by this. So this multiplied by this gives us 3387.24. 49 divided by 8 49 multiplied by 88.36 gives us 4329.64. 32 multiplied by 0.26, that's 11.52. 8 multiplied by 112.36, that's 898.88. 2 multiplied by 424.36, that's 848.72. Now we sum everything. So when we sum up all this, we have summation f x minus s bar square. When we sum it up, we have 9476. Now to get our standard deviation, remember we say square root of summation f x minus x bar squared divided by summation f. That is square root of 9476 divided by summation f is 100. So that gives us square root of 94.76. So this becomes 9. Square root of that is 9.73. 9.73 to 3 significant figures. So let's proceed to the next question. This one says 3 men pushed a bus with forces 204 newtons in the direction 030 degrees, 300 newtons in the direction 90 degrees, and 225 newtons in the direction 120 degrees. Find the magnitude of the resultant force correct to the nearest newton. Now we have to sketch this. We have to sketch this on a quadrant. We have to express this in a quadrant. Now 3 men pushed the bus. The first bus, this is your x-axis, and this is the y-axis. 3 men pushed, and remember we are measuring it in the clockwise direction. So 3 men pushed the bus with forces 240 newtons in the direction 30. So 30 is from this point to, the whole of this angle is 90. So 30 should be something like this. Let's just sketch it. Let's assume that this 30 degrees, 030 degrees, and this force here is 204 newtons, and 300 newtons in the direction of 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees on this line like this. So that's 300 newtons. Now for the third one, and 225 newtons in the direction of 120. So 120 will be, you know, the whole of this angle is 90. So 120 should be somewhere here. You know, when you add 30 to 90, it becomes 120. So this is 30 degrees. 30. This is 2 to 5 newtons. To 5 newtons. Now it says find the magnitude of the resultant force, and the resultant force will be summation square root of summation fx squared plus summation fy squared. So this becomes, let's get the horizontal component, that's summation fx. Okay, let's start with 204. When we resolve this to the horizontal axis, that's the x-axis, it becomes 204 sine 30. 204 sine 30 degrees. 204 sine 30 degrees. Then the second force now, which is 300 newton, is exactly on 90 degrees. So it is plus 300, just 300. Then for the third force, resolving this to the x-axis also, that's plus 225 cos 30 degrees. So this becomes 204 times 0.5, because sine 30 is 0.5, of course, plus 225 times 0.8660. That's for this. Cos 30 is 0.8660. Then plus 300. So this becomes 204 multiplied by 0.5. It gives us 102. Plus 225 multiplied by 0.8660. That's 194.85. Plus 300. So the sum of all this becomes summation fx equals 596.85 newtons. Now for summation fy, the vertical component. Now let's start with this first force. When you resolve this to the vertical, that's to the y-axis, it becomes 204 cos 30. 204 cos 30. Look at it. Let me show you how we got cos 30. Bring this out. Then this, then that, and this is 30, right? Then this, then bring this like this. Now we are resolving to this, to the vertical axis. This 204, this 204. This is the adjacent side. This y is the adjacent, while this 204 is the hypotenuse. So adjacent over hypotenuse. Remember your SOHCAHTOA. So adjacent over hypotenuse, that's cos. So cos 30 is equal to adjacent, that's y over 204. So y is equal to 204 cos 30. So that's how we got it. So don't let it confuse you, okay? So summation fy is resolving 204 to the vertical as becomes 204 cos 30, which I'll show you how we got it. 204 cos 30, 204 cos 30. Then for the second force, this 225 newtons, resolving this to the vertical axis. Now this is positive y-axis, this negative y. Now since we are resolving to the negative y-axis, it becomes negative. It becomes minus 225 sine 30. Minus 225 sine 30. Let me show you I got sine 30. Look at this. This is x. This is this. Then this is this y. We are resolving to this. Now if this is 30, this is also 30. This is also 30. That's if we do this. So this is also 30. This 225. We are resolving to y. This is negative y axis. So it becomes 225. If we are resolving to, okay, this is y. this is also the same as this. This is also another y here. So we can equally use this like this. We can equally use this too. So resolving this to the vertical axis, it becomes sine. You get it? So this is opposite over hypotenuse. This is we are trying to get, we are resolving to the y-axis. Then this is the hypotenuse side, which is this 225. This is opposite, and this is the hypotenuse. So that's sine. So sine 30 is equal to minus y over 225. So minus y is equal to 225 sine 30. So y is equal to minus 225 sine 30. So that's how we got it. So resolving it to the y-axis, that's minus 225 sine 30. Yeah, I think that's all. No other force. X is 0 already, so it's not on the y-axis. So this 204 times 0.8660, cos 30 is 0.8660 minus 225 times 0.5. So this becomes 204 times 0.8660, that's 176.664 minus 225 times 0.5, that's 112.5. This gives us 64.164 newtons when you subtract it. Now we've gotten our horizontal component as well as our vertical component. So our resultant force becomes square root of remember 596.85 square, that's summation fx squared plus summation fy squared, that's 64.164 squared. So this gives us 596.85. when we square it, then added to this we have square root of 360,346.94. So our resultant force here becomes 600.289 newtons. So R is equal to 600 newtons to the nearest newton. Look at this. Find the center and radius of this circle. 3x squared plus 3y squared plus 12x minus 6y minus 45 equal to 0. Now the first thing we do is we divide through by 3. Since the coefficient of x squared and y squared is 3, so we divide through by 3. Like that. So this cancels out that, so we have x squared plus y squared plus 12 divided by 3 is 4x minus 6 divided by 3, that's 2y. 6y divided by 3 is 2y minus 15. 45 divided by 3 is 15 equals 0. Now let's move the constant term to the right. So x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 2y is equal to 15. Let's call it like terms. X squared plus 4x plus y squared minus 2y equals 15. We're collecting like terms. Now we add the square of half the coefficient of x and y to both sides. That's completing the square method. Add the squares of half the coefficient of x and y to both sides. The coefficient of x is 4, so half of 4 over 2, that's 2. Then square it. 2 squares what? 4. So it becomes x squared plus 4x plus 4. Anything we do to the left hand side, we do it to the right. 15 plus 4. Then plus y squared minus 2y. Half of minus 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 squared is 1 plus 1. So here we'll add plus 1. So that becomes s squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 20. It's equal to 20. So let's now solve this and that, this and that. So let's solve these two. So this is the same as x plus square root of 4 is 2. Then we square it. This expression is the same as, when you expand this, you get this, plus this is the same as y minus square root of 1 is 1 square is equal to 20. So the center here, center is, that's a and b. The center is this. Okay, let me write the equation of a circle. X minus a square plus y minus b square equal to r square. A here is our center, minus a is our center, so which is what? Minus 2. Look at it now. Minus a is equal to plus 2. So a is equal to what? Minus 2. So a is minus 2. Then b is, look at, minus b is equal to minus 1. Minus cancels minus, so b is 1. So this is our center. Our radius is r square is equal to 20. So r is square root of 20, or 2 root 5. An operation star on the set R of real numbers is defined by P operation Q, or P star Q is equal to 3 plus 3Q minus 5 over 3 for all set P and Q which are elements of R. Find the identity element. The identity element is given by P operation E is equal to E operation P, which is equal to P. So in this case we are using this equal this, that's P operation E equals 3P plus. Now compare this and this. You see E here stands for Q. So what it means is anywhere we see Q here, we replace it with E. So it becomes 3P plus 3. This Q, we replace it with E. E minus 5 over 3 is equal to P. This P here, P. So that becomes 3P plus 3E minus 5. Cross multiply is equal to 3P. So 3E minus 5 is equal to 3P minus 3P. Collection of like terms, that's 0. 3E minus 5 is equal to 0. 3E is equal to 5. E is equal to 5 over 3. So the identity element is 5 over 3. Number 10, find the quotient and remainder when this expression, this polynomial, is divided by x minus 2. So let's set that our work. We're using long division method here. Do this. Then here we have 2x raised to the power of 4 minus 9x raised to the power of 3 minus 21x squared plus 88x plus 48. X into 2x raised to the power of 4, that's 2x cubed. 2x cubed times x. Look at the x into 2x. Look at 2x divided by x. X cancels x. We are left with 2x cubed. So that's how we have this. So 2x cubed times x, 2x raised to the power of 4. 2x cubed times minus 2, that's minus 4x cubed. Now subtract. This cancels out. Minus 9x cubed minus 4x cubed, that's minus 9x plus minus 9x cubed plus 4x cubed, that's minus 5x cubed. Bring down minus 21x squared. X into minus 5x cubed, that's minus 5x squared. Minus 5x squared times x, that's minus 5x cubed. Minus 5x squared times minus 2, that's plus 10x squared. So you subtract now. So this cancels out, right? So minus 21x squared minus 10x squared, that's minus 31x squared. minus 31x squared. Now bring down plus 88x plus 88x. X into minus 31x squared, that's minus 31x. Minus 31x multiplied by x, minus 31x squared. Minus 31x multiplied by minus 2, that's plus 62x. Subtract and subtract, so this becomes 0. 88x minus 62x, that's 26x. Now bring down plus 48. This plus 48 will bring it down, plus 48. X into 26x, that's plus 26. So 26 multiplied by x, that's 26x. 26 multiplied by minus 2, that's minus 52. And we subtract. When we subtract, we have this will cancel out. 48 minus 52, that's 48 plus 52, that's 100. So our remainder is 100, while our quotient is 2x cube minus 5x squared minus 31x plus 26. So that's our quotient. Now for this question, given that p of x is x raised to the power of 5 plus 5x raised to the power of 4 plus 9x cubed plus 11x squared plus 12x plus 13, find 3p of 2. 3p of 2, that means 3 bracket. P of 2, that means anywhere we see x here, we'll plug in 2. So this will be 2 raised to the power of 5 plus 5 bracket 2 raised to the power of 4 plus 9 bracket 2 raised to the power of 3 plus 11 bracket 2 raised to the power of 2 plus 12 bracket 2 plus 13. So that's 3 bracket. 2 raised to the power of 5 is 32. 2 raised to the power of 4 is 16. 16 times 5, 80. Plus 2 raised to the power of 3 is 27. 27 multiplied by 9, 72. 2 raised to the power of 3 is 8, sorry. 2 raised to the power of 3 is 8. 8 times 9 is 72. 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4. 4 times 11 is 44. 12 times 2 is 24 plus 13. That's 3 times. When we sum up all this, 32 plus 80 plus 72 plus 44 plus 24 plus 13, we have 265. So 3 multiplied by 265 gives us 795. So that's the answer. And the last but not the least, 10 swimmers took part in a diving competition. The orders in which 2 judges placed them on their performances are as follows. Swimmer A, B, C, D to J, and these are the 2 judges. So you say calculate the spearman's rank coefficient. So you don't need to re-rank, you don't need to rank, they've ranked it for you already. Look at, if you can count consecutive numbers, it shows that it has been ranked for you. Look at this 1, this 1, this 2, this 3, this 4, this 5, 6, 7, this 8, this 9, and this 10. So same with Y also. There's 1 here, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, 5, 6 to 10. So it has been ranked for you. How do you know if it has been ranked? The numbers will follow consecutively. It can be 1 to 8, it can be 1 to 10, it can be 1 to 5. But if it has not been ranked, they'll give you raw values. Maybe 66, 80, 150, 90, 75. So you need to re-rank. I think starting from either you start from the highest or the lowest if it has not been ranked for you. So if it has not been ranked, maybe 100 is the highest, you write 100, you call it 1. If it's the next is 95, you write 95, you call it 2, and so on and so forth. But luckily for you, this one has been ranked, so you don't need to rank it again. Now the spearman's rank coefficient, the formula is RK is equal to 1 minus 6 summation D square divided by n brackets n square minus 1 So for this question, we are going to form a table. We form a table of values. Ranking of x. They've ranked x for us already. Ranking of y. Then we have, okay, A to J. So here we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Like that. Okay, let's extend this. Then here we have D. D, the formula is ranking of x minus ranking of y. Then here we have D squared. We are using the formula to get it, to form a table. So for A, the ranking of George X and Y. For A, X is 1, Y is 2. So this is 1, this is 2. For B, 6 and 7. 6, this is 7. For C, 9 and 8. This is 9, this is 8. For D, is 5 and 5. 5 and 5. For E is 7 and 4. 7 and 4. For F is 3 and 1. For G, 10 and 9. This is 10 and 9. This is 2 and 3. Then for I and J, for I is 4, 6. For J is 8, 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, good. Now, for difference between rankings, Rx minus Ry, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 6 minus 7 minus 1, 9 minus 8 is 1, 5 minus 5 is 0, 7 minus 4 3, 3 minus 1 2, 10 minus 9 1, 2 minus 3 minus 1, 4 minus 6 minus 2, 8 minus 10 minus 2. Minus 2. Now we look for the square. Minus 1 square is 1. That's this squared. We are squaring all this. Minus 1 is 1. 1 square is 1. This is 0. This is 9. 3 square is 9. 2 square is 4. 1 square is 1. Minus 1 square is 1. Minus 2 square is 4. Minus 2 square is 4. So sum this up. Summation d square is equal to 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 3, plus 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4, that's 26. 26. 26. So remember your formula. Rk is equal to 1 minus 6 summation d square over n bracket n square minus 1. Our n is the total number of trials. Look at it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So that's our n is 10. Our n is 10. So this becomes 1 minus 6 summation d square is 26 multiplied by 26 divided by n is 10 bracket 10 square minus 1. So that's 1 minus, please be very careful. Students make mistakes when it comes to this point. They module this up with this 1 here. So try to separate it. 6 multiplied by 26 is 156 divided by 10 bracket 10 square is 100. 100 minus 1. That is 1 minus 156 divided by 10. 10 minus 1 is 99 multiplied by 99. That's 1 minus 156 divided by 10 times 99 is 990. 990. That's 1 minus 156 divided by 990. That's 0.158. So our ranking becomes, Spearman's ranking coefficient becomes 1 subtracted 1 minus 0.158. That's 0.842. So that's our final answer. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure having you. I wish you success in your forthcoming Neco further maths exam, and I'll see you after that. Please subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so. I look forward to that, and turn on the notification icon so you get notified each time we drop a new video. Thank you very much. Bye.